Man, we don't have anything like this in Queensland.
All right. Oh, maybe up north.
Yeah.
Maybe up north.
This is way too high-tech for us.
All right, everybody out there in Twitch land and on YouTube. My name's Peter. I'm down from Wollongong, and I'm off camera at the moment, but you can see I've got here with me on the panel Jason Lambert, former Australia #1 pinball player, and just all around pinball nice guy, mate. And,
Thank you.
And with Jason today, we've got Alex Henriksen, also from Queensland. Whereabouts is your associated pinball club, Alex?
Yeah, so it's at Netherworld.
Netherworld.
In Fortitude Valley in Brisbane.
Okay,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
fantastic. I think Lambo plays a bit out of Netherworld as well.
Correct.
A little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
When they let me in.
So we're obviously here today to celebrate Pinfest 2025.
Yep.
Newcastle's premier pinball festival, and this is a non-tournament festival. This is all about the love of pinball, I believe.
Yep.
Probably one of the best pinball parties you could have on the weekend. So, yep, got good backup there. And so we had yesterday. What I did was went for a bit of a walk around the grounds here. It's quite an impressive set of pinball machines. I think we've got a little bit over 100
Oh, it's gorgeous.
machines on the floor here today, and machines dating back. The boys from the Nil Pinball Museum have brought some the old school original machines up, like the Bagatelle.
There's some wood rails here as well.
Yep. From the 1930s and 40s?
That's right.
And then we look at some of the other earlier stand-up machines with the old box heads from the 40s and 50s and 60s, and out on the main floor we start to see the more modern cabs that we're all used to today.
Some brand new Sterns here, and there's a new in-box Blues Brothers, I think we're auctioning off.
Auctioning off.
Raffle,
Yep.
not an auction, yep.
All
I
right.
did buy a ticket, so I'll be winning that one.
I'd imagine we might have a bit of a countdown for that on the Twitch feed. So is there a time that's going off today?
Yeah,
I think
2
it's
p.m.
2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock.
So, all right, everybody out there, tune in just before 2 p.m. We might have a bit of an exciting countdown to a raffle draw there. So without any further ado, I'll get on with what we're here for. So, yeah, we're going to do a little Ask Me Anything with the two gentlemen. I've gone around, like I said, and asked some people in the audience if they've got any questions for you guys. We'll start with Lee from Wollongong. Well, Leah from Wollongong, and Leah's favourite pinball machine, Star Wars Pro. We actually had that.
Good choice.
And Lee plays out of the Illawarra Pinball League in Wollongong, and she wants to know, Lambo, how do you remember all the rules to these pinball machines?
You don't. It's as simple as that. You just don't. No, I mean, there's guides out there. If you know you're getting drawn on a game, you can certainly read up on guides. There's pin tips on the Match Play site.
On the Match Play app that we use.
Yeah, that's it. But at the same time, it's also, you play the game a number of times and you work out different strategies and things like that yourself.
Yep.
You can certainly watch YouTube too. There's tutorials out there on YouTube out there.
Yep. I'm a bit of a Bowen Kerins fan, mate.
Yeah,
for some of his tutorials.
It's some of the best tutorials out there by Bowen, and it's impossible to remember everything all the time. I mean, well, maybe for someone like me, there's definitely a lot of younger players out there that just know everything, but it's one of the good things about the pinball communities around the world is that people will be happy to talk as well and discuss just different strategies with
Share
each
their knowledge
other,
and their tips
exactly right. So it's not like it's a silent room or anything like that. I mean, some places you go, it might be a silent room, but especially here in Australia anyway, it's a great community where people are willing to share their wealth of information with each other.
I think that's one of the best things that I love about our club.
Yeah.
None of us know all the rules to all the machines.
Correct.
But we all know some of the rules to some of the machines.
Yep.
And,
Yes.
and sharing that after our competition nights and our team nights and our barbecues.
The brains trust.
Exactly.
That's where you get to develop these little extra skills or these extra paths, I guess. And what do we call them? Point scoring opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a great question, though. Like, I mean, it's definitely, very well.
Now, shout out to Lee from Wollongong for that question.
Yep.
So we'll go down to one here that I might direct to you, Alex. So Tim H, who plays out of Beercade at Redfern, whose favourite machine is Avatar. He wants to know, mate, how do you deal with anxiety and pressure in big tournaments?
Oh man, this is actually a really, really interesting one for me because I remember I was playing a competition, I got into finals, and I messaged Escher Lefkoff.
The world number one?
Yeah, I messaged him and I was like, I've never been this stressed before, what am I doing? I was like having a really rough time, I couldn't keep the ball under control, I didn't know what was going on, but I was playing horribly. And he's like, take a walk. Step outside, you know. Just take a breath, think about someone else for a little bit, you know. Jump on your phone, watch some reels, message a friend or something. And that's it. That's all you got to do. You just got to take a step away for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about pinball is that you don't have to be doing it all the time. You don't have to live, breathe, eat, sleep pinball.
What?
You can take a moment.
Since when?
Yeah, there might be a few people that disagree with that.
Yeah.
But,
But in finals especially, like, you're in a pretty high-stress environment. If you can take a moment to just go, it's just cool to be here.
yeah.
That's probably enough.
That's fantastic. Well answered there, Alex. Okay, we've got a really interesting one here, and this one's from Molly, who's from Texas.
Okay.
Now, Molly's favourite machine is Hurricane, and I'm going to direct this to both of you gentlemen because it actually perplexes me a little bit. Her question is, who is John Pinball?
Dr. John? Is it Dr. John Pinball?
Now, it stumped me, so I just wrote the question down. It's not a trick question.
I interpret the question as, like, who is Mr. Pinball? Like, who is the pinball guy, I guess, or girl?
John Pinball.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got John Doe, you've got Dear Johns for your rejection letters.
Yeah.
So I guess John Pinball.
Yeah,
Pinball.
I don't. That's a good question. I think in Australia, John Pinball is everyone. Like, there's
I
not
love
a single
what you
person.
just said there, Alex.
Yeah, there's not a single person you would message and go, you know, for questions, whether it be fixing a machine, working on the machine,
Mate.
playing a machine. Like, it's everyone. We're all John Pinball.
I'm giving that 10 out of 10, Alex.
Awesome.
Well done.
Yes.
That was a fantastic.
What do we win? What's this? Yeah.
You do win a prize.
Awesome.
To be determined, mate.
It's more $10 from that.
I was going to say, you win the dragon I lost yesterday. So, yeah. I don't know where it is now. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
Anyway.
a fantastic question there from Molly. So we go
thank
along
you,
to Alex, who's a local, I believe, from Maitland. Alex's favourite pinball machines are Gorga and Medieval Madness, two of my absolute favourites as well, I've got to agree. So I'll ask both of you these, Lambo first. What's your favourite electromechanical pinball machine?
Oh, jeez.
I know that's a tough one for me too.
Oh, I mean, there's just so many to choose from, isn't there? I mean,
I'll give you two then, but just in case you're umming and ahhing, I'll give you top two that you...
top two. Okay. Well, I mean, it's hard to go past one of our local favourites, I guess, in Centigrade, I guess. I mean,
Centigrade 37?
A really nice one here.
definitely have a love-hate relationship with Centigrade, but I'm a big fan of I think Aztec. I think is another
Oh, great game.
EM. Just nailing that spinner all day long.
Nice.
Beautiful.
All right, Alex?
Mine is so easy. It's volley.
Volley.
We had we had
I
one
can't
at
believe I
Masters.
forgot
You
that.
forgot that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Guarantees, for donating your volley to Masters. That thing was amazing.
All right, I'm taking Centigrade out.
Yeah, that
Centigrade's
thing
gone.
is the best.
Volley for
game.
both.
Yeah,
and
easy.
a second one for you, Alex.
Yeah. A second game. I really like Abracadabra. There's
Fantastic.
one just over there, and it's like so cool. Such a cool game.
Abra-
Really straightforward, and it's just fun.
Fantastic, guys. Now, move on to one for you, I believe, here, Lambert. Now, this is from Steve-O. Steve-O plays out of the Pinball Fellowship in Sydney.
Oh, yes,
I believe
yes.
that must be Zach
Yes.
and the crew up
Yes,
there.
correct.
Favourite machine for Steve-O was actually Queen by Pinball Brothers.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting choice. And
Yep.
Steve-O's asking, what skills would the world's #1 player or the Australian #1 player recommend for a new player of the game to practice first?
Practice first. I guess for me, I think the number one thing to tell someone when they're playing a game is when the ball's coming to the flipper, it doesn't necessarily mean flip straight away.
Maybe a dead bounce or...
dead bouncing, or maybe try some live catching, or even post passing. I think post passing is a really easy skill to learn.
Yep. One of the first ones I think I got taught when I came back.
So just little things like that. But yeah, definitely dead bouncing is a really good one as well, because you can even just like watching this gentleman play Adam's Family right now, like. A lot of people just think that the ball comes to the flipper, you've got to flip the ball away straight away. And as soon as you start doing that, you start losing control of the ball. Control is a massive thing in pinball. If you can get any sort of semblance of control on the game, it makes a massive difference to your gameplay. Yes, you may not necessarily aim up properly on a shot or something like that, but as long as you've got control on the ball, then you're already halfway there to building a better score.
There we go. So control,
Yep.
control, control.
Yeah. And I mean, at the same time, enjoy your game. Like, if you're not enjoying it, then yeah, move on to something else or try something else. But yeah, just enjoy your game too. Like, that's what pinball's all about, just enjoying the game.
Okay, now on the theme of pinball machines themselves, we've got Celeste out of Sydney, whose favourite pinball machine is one of my favourites too, Monster Bash.
Yep.
She's got a bit of an interesting question here. She goes, what was the one game that got you hooked on pinball? Or was there more than one? I'll start with you, Alex. What was the one game? Do you remember? Was there one? For me, it was Paragon.
Yeah, I own a
Knight?
Paragon now. It's definitely the game that's kept me in pinball.
Yep.
But I think the one game I used to play at Sunshine Coast Pinball, and we had a particularly scuffed version of Creature from the Black Lagoon. But someone had drilled like an extra post into the play field.
All right.
Like, it was just a really, really weird example of the game, but I loved it so much. Like, it was so awesome. And I still play Creature from the Black Lagoon all the time.
So I asked you first, Alex, to give Lambo a bit more time to think here, because this is, well, we're going back a little bit further than you on the old tree.
It's actually, surprisingly enough, it's going to be an easy one for me because it's the first game I remember back when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Wow.
Mousing around.
Mousing around. Stewie Hunt, if you're out there. Wow.
Mousing around. Just the ear-piercing mice calling out the cheese ladders every time you collect a cheese ladder. Just watching, like, when I was that... So basically the story is that Mum and Dad used to bowl on a Thursday night at the local bowling centre. They obviously had arcade games and pinballs at the local centre. And at night they didn't have the childcare facilities happening, so we had to find something to do. And we used to go and annoy the adults playing the pinnies.
Yeah.
And used to hover around and hopefully we get a free game here or there because someone have to go play. And the one that just sticks in my mind is mousing around.
Yeah. I love the sound or the sound bite you get when you press the start button.
Yes.
It's the big mafia guy saying, "You want to mouse around?"
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, we've got that at the club at the moment. It's an absolute club favourite.
Yep.
Fantastic question there from Celeste.
Yes.
Actually, we'll go one more on the actual pinball machines. A quick one here from David from Warhope, whose favourite machine is Fishtails. Just what's your favourite pinball machine of all time, Lambo?
Data East, Guns N' Roses.
Gunners. Oh, nice. That was quick. Alex?
Mine's got to be Paragon. It's
Paragon.
such a good game. There's so much in it.
Yep.
It's a classic. It's indestructible. And you
you
cannot move it. Like, it is a million kilograms.
Your Paragon's given you a million headaches over the years.
That's true.
How many hernias? Just the one?
Enough.
Do you think that Beast's cage on Paragon, do you think the X-Men has gotten influence or inspiration from that particular feature on the Paragon playfield?
I believe so, yeah.
It's definitely an upgrade on it,
definitely. Yeah.
Because I see the same cage on How's That, or How's That.
Yeah.
I don't know if How's That was before Paragon, but I'm assuming Paragon was earlier. I know How's That was a Hankin, mate.
How's that probably would have been after. Because
Right.
Paragon, what, 79, 80, somewhere around
That's
there?
before I was born.
Still in a solid state on the scoreboard. All right, we'll move along. Thanks for that answer there, guys. So Sierra, who plays out of Wollongong with the Aura Pinball League, favourite machine, Attack from Mars.
Yeah.
Sarah's got a question I'll direct to you, Lambo. Do you think going to the World Championships is worth it?
Yes.
Yes, in a word, yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's good. It's a great experience. It really is. I've been 3 times. Haven't quite reached my goals at a World Championship, so it gives me the desire to go back and do it again. But it's definitely a great experience hanging with the world's best pinball players, all playing together at the same time. It's just. For those wanting to climb the rankings and potentially go to a World Champs,
Yep.
do it. I mean, obviously you need to put time and effort and a bit of money, unfortunately, and that sort of stuff into it as well. But I definitely recommend it. I mean, I know we've got a goal here to potentially host a World Champs sometime in the next 5 or 6 years or so, I think. Without letting too much out, I think that could potentially be a reality. But there's obviously a number of things that have got to fall into place for that. And I mean, if we do get the world champs here in Australia, I'd like to hope that a number of people can get along and check it out for themselves, because we don't get that opportunity a lot down here in Australia.
Yeah.
Don't get a lot of opportunity for players to get over and experience it themselves. So, and that's why, this year in particular, I was really, really glad to see both Michael and Tony experience it for themselves this year.
Tony Crillo and...
Yeah, correct.
Sorry, Michael...
Dot.
Yeah, of course, Michael Dotty, yeah.
So, yeah, I was glad that a couple of other players got to get out there and experience it themselves. 2021, there was Dirk and Tim Chapman got to go and experience World Champs in Florida that year. So, I love seeing players get that experience to go to World Champs, and hopefully many more to come. So,
okay, so Sierra, if you're out there listening, the answer is yes.
Yes.
If you have that opportunity one day in your life, take it with both hands.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to direct this one to you, Alex. So Susan Edgeworth, is that local, Edgeworth?
Good
No
question. Yeah.
Reasonably local. Favourite machine, Blackwater. I know our member Rob Rusak's got one of these. So her question is, why do you torment yourselves with all the practice and hours of playing pinball?
Nothing better to do.
I think it's a combination of, we all need something to do, right? And there are worse things I could be out there doing than playing pinball.
Right?
Certainly keeps us out of trouble.
Oh, 100%.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's just fun.
Yeah, I think a large part of it as well is, there's nothing better than when you message a friend and you're like, hey, I'm going to go play some pins. And then you just spend, 3 hours playing the same game over and over again, trying to do one stupid thing on it.
Lost
it's
in the playfield.
Yeah, it is just so fun. And then you check your phone 3 hours later and you're like, oh, I thought I'd only been gone 15
there
minutes.
There goes that afternoon.
Right.
The sense of camaraderie you get around it is just awesome.
So it's not really a chore.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Nah, fantastic. How many hours a week would you put in before, say, a big event? Would you be playing a little bit more than often?
I think before most events,
or do you have a bit of a break?
I was going to say before events, I probably play a lot less.
Yeah.
Because some of the larger style events in particular, you're playing for 12, 13 hours in a day, and I mean that can take a lot out of a lot of people.
So you look at planning your endurance over that event.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so I think like I said, if anything, I think there's a lot less play beforehand. But I've certainly spent 9-10 hours in a day just non-stop playing pinball, just having a endurance session, I guess, a marathon session. Get used for that sort of idea. So I mean, just yesterday alone, I think, what was it, 9:30 to 11 p.m. yesterday. So if you're playing pinball all day long, that's that's a 14-hour day just about.
Long time on your feet. Well answered, gentlemen. We are getting close to the end of this Q&A, but we've got time for a couple more quick ones. So Nick, who plays out of Netherworld.
Oh, awesome.
His favourite game is Paragon. So anyway, I believe this might have to be directed at you, Lambo. So next question is, what's the one game you never want to play again in a comp, or you would prefer to never see in a comp?
I know what it is.
A lot of people will know this, but then again, I think the last few times I've managed to play it, I've actually come out all right on it. So it's a toss-up between World Cup Soccer and Fishtails for me. Fishtails, both of those games. And I know it's obviously a mentality thing, but those two games always kick my backside. Mind you, at the same time, I remember playing Gareth in a number of games yesterday, and I think played Tezza in a couple of games yesterday, and if we were on the classics, they got the better of me. So, there you go. If you want to challenge me on something, go on a classic. So I've worked out in all the classics comps I have actually managed to play. I've only ever won one classics comp. So,
all right. Take notes, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fantastic. Thanks for your honesty there, Lambo. Quick one here is from a bloke called Dr. John. If anyone knows Dr. John.
No.
Never heard of him.
He will be running the Australian Pinball Open later on this year. Favourite machine is Jersey Jack's Pirates of the Caribbean.
There's another one actually.
Fantastic machine.
It just add to the previous question. So
I'd like to get an answer off each of you guys here. I'll start with you first, Alex. His question is, what's one IFPA rule you might or would change in order to maybe make comps a bit more fun?
I think, like, if you were to make it more fun for new players, I think
it is directed more at the newer.
Yeah, I think
player.
the coaching rule is really, really... It's poorly worded.
Just describe coaching for those that...
So, coaching is when you have someone essentially tell you what to do on a game
while you're playing.
Correct.
Yep.
And it's not necessarily an unfair rule, but, you know, what's different from me walking away from the game and discussing with my friend, you know, oh, what do I do on this? You know, what am I hitting next? You know, it's just poorly worded, I think. It's not necessarily a bad rule, but there are better ways that we could probably use it to our advantage as competition organisers and runners, so that new players feel like they understand a game. You know, you go up against someone on Foo Fighters, they know every inch of the playfield and every single rule on it, and you've never played it before.
Yep.
You're going to feel pretty hardly done by when you finish the game and they've got 1 billion points and you've got 20,000.
Yeah. I mean, in our club, we're only a smallish club, but we've now had to put the line marker behind the machines to give a bit of distance.
Yep.
But we've got the sort of general rule for the club that you can talk to the player at the machine up until the point where he plunges that ball.
Yep.
If you want to pick up some tips on some paths or how to start a mode or a multi-ball, we obviously encourage all that because we want everybody to know the rules. But yeah, as soon as you're about to plunge that ball, we encourage the other player to step away, let them play their ball. Anything that they talk about over the player's shoulder is what we would call coaching.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so and Lambo, is there anything?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much exactly how the rule is supposed to be. Like, I mean, you're not exactly doing anything wrong, but at the same time encouraging that discussion as well. So, what you've got in place there, and educating the players about it is a great way to go about it. I can't really disagree with what Alex said there. Like, I mean, I think that coaching should be encouraged. We want people to keep coming back and playing and having a good time and things like that. I mean, obviously not to the point. Look, I understand why the rule is in place. The other one, I guess, is when you do go to some places where it is dead silent in the room and things like that. It can make the room feel a bit sterile, I guess. So, you know, definitely do encourage, again, conversation and chat and all that sort of stuff, but obviously not to the point where can potentially be distracting to players. So, I just pretty much agree with what Alex said, really. So, I agree.
I really like what you said there. That's a great question there, Dr. John. Thanks for that. Look, we'll start to wind it up. Look, we've got to finish with an interesting one here. Susie H. from the Central Coast Pinball.
I see.
Favourite machine, Bond 60th.
Ooh, very cool.
Haven't played one yet.
Lambo, how much caffeine does it take to get you into the zone, mate?
Actually, it's funny. That's interesting because I, up until a little while ago, had 0 caffeine whatsoever. So I wasn't drinking Coke. I'm not a tea or coffee person. Don't go on the energy drinks or anything like that. So there was 0 caffeine, really. So it's only because I've started drinking like Scotch and Cokes and bourbon and Cokes and things like that a bit more lately that there's a little bit of caffeine there. But not really anything, to be honest.
So, I mean, some of these pinball comps, you could be there for 11, 12, 13 hours.
I remember
that. Deep in
or in some cases 24 as well. So
this year there was one day there where we were there for, just over 24 hours, I think. Like, it was just during that setup. So caffeine is in some ways essential.
Because you guys do a 24-hour pinball event, I believe, up there at Brisbane.
That's
Death by Pinball.
Yes, that is definitely a caffeine event sponsored by caffeine and no one else. It is like
I mentioned that, and Tim Chapman was in the conversation. His eyes lit up.
It is like one of my favourite events of the year. But it depends on the event you're playing in. Like, if you're playing Death by Pinball, where you're there for 24 hours just playing pinball, and you don't have any caffeine, you will struggle. You will have a really rough time. I don't think there's any, it's whatever works for you, right? I'll have a coffee in the morning at Masters before I head into comp, and that's probably enough for the day. Maybe a can of Coke or something like that. That'll be it, But there'll be other people you see there with, like, they'll walk in with, like a 10-pack of soft drinks, and you're like, oh,
we bounced off the wall within 2 hours. And
and then asleep. 3 hours later.
Again, Alex is right. It's just what works for you. So, I mean, sometimes even just getting out and having a bit of fresh air for 15 minutes or so can make a massive difference.
I'll tell you what, I'm picking that tip up off you, Alex, that you got from the world #1 Asher about when you're feeling a bit of stress or if things aren't working.
Change a shirt even. Just go and change a shirt or just something. And again, this comes from Asher. Just as you said,
whatever
just go
you're doing
do something
not
different.
working, do something different.
Do something different, even if it's take your cap off or,
It's the same when you're playing a game. Like, we're watching Adam's Family here. If you can't hit the middle ramp,
go for something else.
Choose someone else.
Yeah.
There are other shots in the game than what you're aiming for.
Yep.
And you might find by the time you get back to trying that shot again, you hit it dead on.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I actually, when I get frustrated, I hum the theme to Gilligan's Island. And for some reason, that just instantly calms me down.
Yep,
That could potentially get stuck in my head the rest of the day now.
There is a Gilligan's Island here.
There is.
Play it on my way out.
God, now it will be stuck in my head all weekend.
Nice job, Pete.
So I want to thank everyone out there in Twitch and YouTube for tuning in, and everyone who watches this down in the future. Huge shout out and thank you to Jason Lambert and Alex for being here. Alex Henriksen.
Yep.
Thank you once again, gentlemen, for our
Thanks for
first
having
AMA.
Yeah, thanks, Pete.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
You
Absolutely.
too. Thank you so much. See you next time. It absolutely helps if you don't have facial hair. You need the facial hair. It's a requirement. Thank you, Dr. John.
And hello to the room.
Beauty.
Thanks again.
Thank you, bro. I was going to quick photo.
Oh, yeah, of course.